Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We're here today with a 1990 Chevy Silverado. This is a C1500, and being 90, this is OBD1. So we're going to start off showing you how to read the codes on this particular vehicle. And the problem we're having is that when it's cold especially, it hardly starts, it runs very rough. Unless you kind of feather the gas and keep it alive, it'll die until it warms up. So we're going to first take a look at why our check engine light is on, and then go under the hood and show you what we found. So first thing we did is under the dash, you have this OBD1 connector, and in the upper right 2 pins, you're going to short those out with a piece of wire or a paper clip or whatever you can. So we've got those upper 2 pins connected, and then we're going to turn our key to on and watch the service engine light flash. So in the upper right here, you can see it just flashed once and now twice. And again, it'll go once and then twice, and a third time it'll go once and twice again. That's a code 12 telling us the sequence has started. And now here comes our code. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it'll repeat that 3 times. We have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the final time, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And if you had multiple codes, they would go following that code, but since we just have the one code, it ends that again with a 12. So a 1 and then a 1, 2, 3 times, and it'll just repeat. So we know our code is a 15. So if we go under the hood here, we looked up online what a code 15 is. That's an issue with the engine coolant temperature sensor circuit. So the first thing we did is came under the hood and used our voltmeter on continuity. We want to check the 2 wires on the temperature sensor. So it's right here next to the water outlet. Right here is your connector on the coolant temperature sensor. You have a black and a yellow wire. We're going to check the black wire. The black wire, we're going to check for continuity to ground. So if you put that probe on the black, which is towards you, and then the other probe just on a clean area of metal, you can hear we do have a beep, so we have a good ground. Now, we left our key on, so we're going to switch to volts, DC volts on the meter. Yep. And go from ground again, the clean ground you had, to the yellow wire, and look for our 5-volt reference. So there we are on the yellow wire, and to ground, you can see there, we have our 5 volts. So that means everything leading up to the sensor is operating correctly. So finally, just to confirm our result, we're going to check the sensor by flipping the meter to ohms to look for resistance. And we'll look at our resistance value between the 2 pins of the sensor. So just kind of carefully get down there and touch the 2 pins. And you can see we have an open lead. We have infinite resistance and no connection. And we can finally confirm that by going back to continuity and touching those 2 pins again, and there's no beep. So it looks like in this case we need a new coolant temperature sensor. So we're going to get that replaced, and we'll be right back and confirm the repair. Alright, so we have our new sensor. This is part number TX3, about $18 I think. And I just wanted to check this on ohms to compare with our old one. I'll do my best here to get down in here to these pins. And if we look there, we have just under 4 ohms. The value is not really a big deal. I just wanted to show that we do have continuity through this switch where that one was infinite. So anyway, we loosened this finger tight, and we're just going to quick change it so we don't lose a whole lot of coolant. Just a splash. This is a 3/4 inch deep socket. I think that's probably good. And that roughly matches the angle I had before with the connector, so that's a good sign. I'm not going to go a whole nother revolution, so we'll quit there. Reconnect, and let's try and fire it up. See what we get. So before, it would not stay running. It is ice cold. It hasn't run since yesterday. It's about 30 degrees out, so we'll see if it'll start and run. Alright guys, it started right up. I haven't touched the gas and it's running great. So that was it. And I also wanted to show the check engine light did go off immediately on its own. So anyway, hopefully this works for you. If you have any questions, make sure to let me know in the comments. Otherwise, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next video.